You probably have seen it pop again online lately. Sonic failed in Japan. Is that actually true though? Let's settle this debate once and for all. Hey there, speedsters. Welcome back to Yellow Blur Moments. Today, we're diving into a mystery that's puzzled fans for decades. Why has our favorite blue hedgehog, Sonic, failed to win over gamers in his own backyard, Japan? Grab your rings and let's race through this intriguing saga. But before we start, let's break this down into chapters, taking you step by step through how the franchise kept struggling in Japan. Chapter 1. The birth of Sonic and his Western appeal. In the early 1990s, Sega was on a mission to dethrone Nintendo's Mario. Enter Sonic the Hedgehog in 1991, a character designed with an edgy attitude, lightning-fast speed, and a rebellious streak. Sonic was the epitome of cool for Western audiences, embodying the radical vibes of the 90s. His design drew inspiration from Western pop culture icons, aiming to captivate the North American market. And guess what? It worked like a charm. Sonic became a household name in the West, with his games flying off the shelves, but in Japan, not so much. Chapter 2. Cultural disconnect and character perception. So, what went wrong in Japan? Well, Sonic's brash and rebellious persona didn't exactly resonate with Japanese gamers. In Japan, characters like Mario, humble, approachable, and kind, were more relatable and beloved. Sonic's in-your-face attitude was a stark contrast to the cultural preferences in Japan, where modesty and humility are highly valued. This cultural disconnect meant that while Sonic was speeding into the hearts of Western gamers, he was barely jogging in Japan. Chapter 3. The console wars and Sega's missteps. Let's talk hardware. The Sega Mega Drive, known as the Genesis in North America, was a hit overseas, but lagged behind in Japan, selling only about 3 million units, compared to the Super Famicom's whopping 16 million. Sonic's debut on a less popular console didn't do him any favors in his homeland. Moreover, Sega's marketing efforts in Japan were, let's say, less than stellar. While the West was flooded with Sonic commercials and merchandise, Japan's promotional efforts were more subdued. It's hard to become a household name when no one's shouting your praises from the rooftops. Now let's pause real quick and let me tell you, I've been passionate about Sonic since I was young, and I always was a top fan, even during the dark age. I grew up with it, and that's why I made this channel. If you love Sonic 2, subscribe, like the video, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Anyways, back to the video. Chapter 4. The absence of Sonic on the Sega Saturn. Fast forward to the mid-90s. Sega launched the Saturn console, which, despite its struggles in the West, found some success in Japan. This was a golden opportunity to boost Sonic's presence. But guess what? Sonic was conspicuously absent from the Saturn's lineup. Instead of a flagship Sonic title, gamers got spin-offs like Sonic R and Sonic 3D Blast, which didn't quite capture the magic of the original games. This absence during a critical period further diminished Sonic's relevance in the Japanese market. Chapter 5. Sonic Adventure and the Dreamcast era. In 1998, Sega attempted a comeback with the Dreamcast, launching Sonic Adventure as a flagship title. The game featured 3D gameplay and a more story-driven approach, incorporating elements familiar to Japanese audiences, such as anime-inspired cutscenes and a narrative reminiscent of popular JRPGs. For a moment, it seemed like Sonic was finally finding his footing in Japan. However, the Dreamcast's premature demise and Sega's exit from the console market cut this resurgence short. Chapter 6. The anime endeavor, Sonic X. In a bid to bridge the cultural gap, Sega introduced Sonic X, an anime series aimed at Japanese audiences, featuring a theme song by renowned artist Hironobu Kageyama and characters designed to appeal to Japanese sensibilities. The show seemed poised for success. However, it failed to capture significant viewership in Japan, though it found a more appreciative audience overseas. This highlighted the ongoing struggle to align Sonic's brand with Japanese cultural preferences. Chapter 7. Recent Resurgence with Sonic Frontiers. Fast forward to recent years, and it seems the tides are turning. Sonic Frontiers, released in 2022, marked a significant shift in design and storytelling, drawing inspiration from popular Japanese media. The game's open-world design and boss battles drew comparisons to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Collaborations with popular Japanese artists and franchises, such as featuring music from the band One OK Rock, further endeared the game to Japanese players. These efforts paid off, with Sonic Frontiers achieving notable success in Japan, suggesting that Sonic might finally be finding his stride in his homeland. Chapter 8. The new Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. So fast forward a little bit, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 delves an underwhelming performance in Japan, despite the global success of the Sonic franchise. This installment struggled to captivate the Japanese audience. Released globally in December 2024, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was poised to build upon the success of its predecessors. In Japan, the film premiered on December 27th under the title Sonic Times Shadow Tokyo Mission, aiming to resonate with the local audience by incorporating culturally relevant themes and settings. Despite these efforts, the film garnered only $440,376 on its opening day in Japan, totaling approximately $1.53 million during its run, a modest figure compared to its performance in other markets.
That's right, new Hedgehog, and everyone loves it.
Chapter 9. Marketing Missteps. Despite rebranding efforts, such as the localized title Sonic Times Shadow Tokyo Mission, the marketing campaign may not have effectively bridged the cultural gap. Promotional materials highlighted Tokyo landmarks and featured collaborations with Japanese artists. Yet these efforts might have fallen short in capturing the essence of what appeals to the Japanese market. The lack of a robust, culturally nuanced marketing strategy could have contributed to the film's lukewarm reception. Chapter 10. Competitive Landscape. The timing of the film's release also played a role in its performance. December is a competitive month for cinema in Japan, with numerous domestic films and international blockbusters vying for audience attention. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 faced stiff competition from locally produced films that inherently resonate more with Japanese cultural themes and storytelling preferences. This crowded marketplace made it challenging for Sonic to stand out. So we can sum it up by saying the underperformance of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in Japan can be attributed to a combination of cultural disconnect, marketing missteps, and a competitive entertainment landscape. While Sonic remains a beloved figure globally, capturing the hearts of the Japanese audience requires a deeper understanding and integration of local cultural nuances. As the franchise moves forward, embracing these insights could pave the way for greater success in Sonic's country of origin. There you have it, a whirlwind tour of Sonic's tumultuous journey in Japan. Sonic's path has been anything but smooth. However, the success of Sonic Frontiers offers a glimmer of hope that our blue blur is finally making headway in the land of the rising sun. What do you think? Will Sonic continue to build momentum in Japan? Or is this just a fleeting moment in his storied history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks for the support on the channel. It's been amazing. Make sure to subscribe for more surprises in the future. And if you like the video, then like the video. See you next time.